welcome back. Today we are going to talk about a list of items. So Ulta is coming out with their 21 Days of Beauty, and I have some thoughts. Just like every other bitch on this internet, I got thoughts. And I wanted to share some of them while I got ready today. So if you're interested, like, subscribe, comment, keep that engagement up. So I'm gonna put on some sunscreen that I actually got last year at the sale. It was the last sale I got the sunscreen from. So this is the Supergoop Unseen sunscreen, one of my favorites. I'm just putting that sucker on right now while we talk about our first product, which is the Nars Afterglow Liquid Blushes. They're just not good. So in this list, I'm going to be talking about the good, the bad, the things that stood out to me. I'm not going to talk about every product. So if I don't mention a product, it's probably just didn't make an impression on me in any way whatsoever. But the Afterglow brushes are just not great. They're just not great in my opinion. And even 50% off, it's not worth your time to struggle with a product that is just not going to work for you. So first off, it's that, because I just don't think it's worth your money, even discounted, to try and make something work that is just not going to work. Oh, another disclaimer of mine. I'm just going to kind of put like an overlapping thing. So if you don't hear me mention an Anastasia product or an Ofra cosmetic product, it is because I do not support the brands. They just don't align with my values, and I'm just not about supporting them on this channel. So if I don't mention any of those, just have an idea that I don't support them, and that's why I don't mention them, is because I don't support them as brands anymore. I just don't like giving my money to companies that do not align with my personal ideals. Especially if I'm giving money and supporting them when they could be possibly giving that money and supporting people I don't like. Or maybe not even just like. It's people who actively go against what I believe in. Just a thought. And then for the IT Cosmetics brushes, because there's a ton on here again, just put an overlapping idea that I'm just gonna like it. And just, if you see an IT brush, just know that I'll probably like it and I would probably recommend it. I just don't want to I don't want to bore y'all by going through every brush that is available. Because there's a lot of brushes available this year, and I feel like there's no point in me just going through each and every IT Cosmetics brush in this sale. It's just not worth the time to talk about each brush when I like IT Cosmetic brushes, and they should, like, it's just an overlapping, oh yeah, I love this, oh yeah, I love this. I feel like that's just too much. So we'll get back to that list of the Nars Afterglow. I don't think it works very well. I think it's kind of patchy, and it's just not my cup of tea when it comes to a liquid blush, in my opinion. But the next product I have are the Kitsch satin pillowcases. So I have some satin pillowcases at home, and I love my satin pillowcases. So I definitely recommend. I don't think I specifically have the Kitsch ones, but I do have like one of those brands, and I love mine. So if anyone wants a recommendation, I would definitely recommend getting a satin pillowcase, especially if you're having trouble with your hair and you want to create healthier hair with less breakage. I love my pillowcases. I think they definitely improve the quality of my hair, which is great. Just keep that in mind. But they are 50% off. They're usually kind of expensive. They're a little pricey in my opinion, but if you are looking for a discount, I would recommend getting them during the sale. This is on March 7th when they'll come out, and it'll just be, you know, a quick and easy purchase. I don't know if they're gonna have a bunch of different colors, but the ones I see are white at this point. If you don't want a white pillowcase, that may be a deterrent at this time. But if you don't mind a white pillowcase, I would say get them just because they will be great on your hair comparatively. So just food for thought if you're looking for something to kind of help with your hair, because I know when my hair started thinning really bad, I switched to satin pillowcases, and I've been having some great success with them, along with, you know, changing up some of my hair products, things like that, to really like help kickstart fixing my hair at the time. So, all right, and then March 7th, they're also doing some Benefit brow products for that day. I personally love the Benefit. There's only 2 products they're doing. They're doing the Hubba Brow and they're doing the Give Me Brow Plus. I personally love the Give Me Brow Plus, the tinted one for sure. I like that one. I think it gives a good coat to my not to my lashes, to my brows, but it also keeps them in place, which I appreciate. And I think if that's what you're kind of looking for, that might be a good product to maybe invest into. Plus it's going to be half off, which I personally like that it'll be half off. So if you're just looking for a good brow product, half off at this time, I would recommend those. That one, not the Hubba Brow. I've never tried the Hubba Brow, but the Benefit Give Me Plus, I would recommend if you are kind of the girly who likes a one and done brow product, just in my humble opinion, because I like a more one and done brow product. I don't like doing a ton with my brows. I have tried doing a ton with my brows and it just wasn't my cup of tea. But if you are looking for something quick and easy that is also going to make sure that your brows look good, that's what I'd recommend, is those. I'm also playing with the Lovers palette today. I'm really enjoying it and I think it's cute, and I wanted to do something that wasn't just monochromatic. All right, also on March 7th, Tarte has their Lights Camera Lashes 4-in-1 mascara. I personally like this mascara. I used to use this a ton in the beginning, and if you're looking to try a new mascara, I am also of the mindset that mascara, if you really want to, doesn't have to cost super a lot. Like, there's a bunch of great drugstore, but if you did want to try something new, something that wasn't just drugstore, I like the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes, and you won't hear me say a ton of good things about Tarte, so this will kind of be a one and done. But the Lights Camera Lashes from Tarte has always been a favorite. So if you're looking to try a new mascara without spending like 25 bucks on it, this is the time on March 7th. March 8th. Now this one is kind of, I don't know how people are gonna react to me saying this, but I personally don't like the Orabella fragrances. Ooh, let's see if I can get that out. I'm not a huge fan of the Orabella fragrances. I don't think they smell good. I don't think there's any like mood boosting. Personally, it just doesn't, ooh, let's see if I can. It just doesn't mesh with my skin chemistry very well. It doesn't smell as good on my skin as it does other people's skin, which sucks because I'm sure a lot of people really like them. They just don't smell good on me. And I don't want to wear something that doesn't smell good on me. So even a half off fragrance for the 8th is just not something I'm interested in figuring out. So sadly, I will not be purchasing any Orebella. I do recommend, oh, I also will tell you what I am buying. So I am buying a backup of my Benefit Brow product just because I like it. I like using it. I'll probably keep some, buy a backup of it. But honestly, I'm not finding a lot this time of things I want to buy personally, but if you are looking to restock, I wanted to give you some options of things I do like and have liked in the past, because I don't need to up a ton of stuff. Like I said, my brow product, I'd like to get a little bit more of that because I do think mine is kind of coming towards the end. So I want to make sure I have brows waiting for me. But personally, I'm not going to buy a ton. I don't think there's a lot that I personally need. And that's just a you thing of figuring out what you want or need and don't want and need and what's in your budget. But the Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray is a classic. It's coming out on March 8th as being 50% off. If that is your favorite setting spray, like, go ahead and get it. If you're looking to try a new setting spray, go ahead and get it if that's what you want. I personally enjoy them. I think they're good. They're a good setting spray. I'm happy with it. I still have a bottle of the Urban Decay Ultra Matte. So see right here. It's halfway done. So obviously I don't need a new bottle of it, obviously. But if you're looking to restock, it might be a good idea. And I think they also do the Ultra Matte. I like the Ultra Matte because I don't like to be super dewy. But if you don't like being super dewy, if you do like being super dewy, maybe not that one. But I think you could do the regular all-nighter and be fine. So if that's kind of what you're looking for. But it is one of the setting sprays, in my opinion, that does hold your makeup together. Because I think there's some setting sprays that just do nothing. And I think there's a lot of them that just do nothing. But this one in particular, I think actually does something. Which is why, obviously, I'm recommending it. I know I put a little preface saying, like, there were brands that I, like, obviously was not going to buy from and was not going to recommend. But this one I feel like is kind of a newer issue and kind of needs to be talked about. And that is the Euphoria BYO blush color changing blush oils. First off, I don't like the pH like changing nonsense. It's not really like a perfect, like your perfect shade of whatever. It just reacts with the warmth of your skin and gives you a color, like a pre-designated color. It's not like magic or doesn't create your perfect whatever. It just turns pink at the end of the day. Just turns pink. So obviously I don't like those to begin with because I think they're kind of gimmicky. But then on top of that, I don't like Euphoria because I feel like they've been given opportunity time and time again to do better and they have not done better. And I would say if they can learn to do better, maybe people will come back. But I feel like they've already been given the chance to do better and then they just didn't do better. How many chances do you give before you're like, okay, you're just not gonna learn better? Like, you're just not gonna do better. Like, how many times do we have to wait to see if you will be a better person or a better brand? Like, I'm sorry. Everyone should have a shade, and it's not right to like exclude someone. And someone put it really well. I was actually kind of shocked, like how well it fit. But someone was like, oh, we'll expand, like, basically brands are saying, oh, we'll expand the shades if the light people like it, if the white people like it. And I was like, oh crap, like that actually makes, that is kind of like the mentality, or the, like how it kind of comes off as, like if people who are my skin tone and maybe like slightly darker like it, then you can have it. I'm like, Jesus. Like, I'd never thought of it that way, but you're not wrong. So that is why even if this was an item I would like, I still wouldn't support Euphoria's version of it. I would purposely go buy someone else's because of that incident. You know what? It's probably for the best, because I'm trying to lower my spending on makeup and use what I have. And you know what? This just gives me another brand to not even think about. All right, something I do recommend. So this is on Tuesday, March 11th, this is the About Face Matte Fluid Paints. I personally like, let me get that brush going. I personally like her fluid paints. I like her matte paints. I think they work really well. I have a couple of pastels that I like to use every once in a while, and I personally enjoy those. So if you're looking for some good matte fluid paints, like eyeshadow paints, or I mean, they can be used kind of anywhere as long as they say like safe for this area. But I think they can be used quite a bit of places and be more versatile than just a eyeshadow paint. So I recommend those, and then for half off, great, get yourself a couple colors. This one is also on March 11th. I'm kind of conflicted on this one because I don't know for certain if I would be on board for these, because I did like the formula of the KVD Beauty transfer proof liquid lipsticks. I did like the formula for those, but they're kind of gone from my collection now because I realized a lot of the colors they produced just weren't everyday colors. There were some I used to wear on a more regular basis, but now I kind of don't wear them anymore. And they've kind of been decluttered at this point because now they're just old and I don't wear them very often because they're just not colors I'm drawn to. So I guess I'm trying to figure out the point of them, whether I like them or not. If you like the colors, because they do come up with unique colors, and you think you'll get a lot of good use out of those unique colors, it's half off, great. If you don't think you'll get a lot of use out of unique colors and you just need like a unique color for a special occasion, I would get a cheaper one. I would get a drugstore one. The Sephora brand usually has like a bunch of colors and they're pretty affordable. I would recommend something like that over buying something that you know you're not going to use very often. So I guess that's my opinion. It's a decent formula, but in my opinion, they don't create a lot of colors I would use. So take that as you will. Friday, March 14th, just going to be a no for me. The Bare Minerals foundations. I don't like the Bare Minerals foundations. I don't think they work really well. They're not great. They're kind of orange. Like if you're pale like me, I don't think you're gonna find a great color in my opinion. So I would just blatantly ignore those. Just my humble opinion, I would prefer a color, you know, that actually matches my skin tone. Not just, you know, made me look like I rolled in a bag of Cheetos. Just a personal preference. All right. Also on the 14th, they have these slip scrunchies, which are like silk hair bows. I feel like those have really helped with my hair as well. Oh, I'm having a hard time talking while doing this. Great. But I feel like those have really helped too. I feel like I see less hair come out with a silk one compared to your traditional. And as long as you take care of them, they should be something that should stay for a while. and not something you have to consistently buy, kind of like, you know, mascara and things like that. So if you take care of them and you don't lose them, you should be fine. So they're 50% off. Usually I would find them a little pricey, but if you're getting them 50% off, I would say take your, give them a shot. That's perfect. That's a perfect little shade with that like eye look. All right, and then on the 15th, the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump in the Shimmer Glass. So these are the shimmer formula. They're kind of just, I would not write home to my mom about them, but they're not bad. My biggest issue with them is that they just don't have a lot of lasting power. Like, they just don't last as long as I would prefer a shimmer like that to last. So I just have problems with them lasting on my lips as long as I would want them to. And I mean, they're good for like a short period of time. And if you don't mind, like, I guess reapplying them throughout the day, then go for it. But I definitely would not spend full price on these. I spent full price and I feel like it just doesn't have the lasting power to rationalize what I paid for them. But I mean, they're half off. If you really want to try them and give them a go, see if they last longer on you than they lasted on me, go for it. Like, who's gonna stop you at the end of the day? And then this one, this is Wednesday, March 19th. This one's not like a no. This one's just a kind of disappointing. So this is the RMS Beauty Lip to Cheek product. And the only reason I am a little disappointed is because I kind of hoped there might be more products. Like, this one might have been one of those ones where they like select like 2 or 3 products and you get to like choose between the 2 or 3 products of what you would like to try. Because I would love to try RMS, but I feel like they only offering one product was kind of, and this is a product I wouldn't try normally. I don't like products that are promoted as like cheek and lip formulas. I either want it to be a cheek formula or a lip formula, because I'm just not the kind of person who's gonna dunk my finger into it and use it for both areas, in just my humble opinion. So I wish they had offered more products, because I would have definitely bought something like from RMS Beauty if it had been more available products. Now these I want to try. This is from Thursday, March 20th, and these are the Stila Calligraphy lip stains. So as y'all know, I'm getting married, and even though I'm having someone do my makeup, I wanted to get a lip stain, like a good pinky nude lip stain. So when my lipstick, lip gloss, all that, I know I can reapply, but if I'm like in the middle of something and everything's worn off, I kind of want a lip stain under it to, you know, like keep up the illusion of having a lip on without actually having a lip on. And I want to try these Stila Calligraphy lip stains because my makeup artist friends said they were really good, and I'm just willing to try a bunch of different lip stains to see what is my favorite. So I'm also looking at the Colfie ones. There's one from Ulta Beauty I'm looking at, like Ulta Beauty brand. But I just need to figure out which one I like the best, and then I'll use that one for my wedding. But until I figure that out, I just gotta kind of keep going. Until then, this is something I actually will be picking up. I have 2 colors that I'm looking at specifically, and we'll see if those 2 colors are reliable or what I'm looking for. Because I'm very picky about what color pink is gonna show up. I feel like some of the pinks are a little too red and a little too bold. And I want to make sure that my pink is a little bit more muted, a little bit more demure, like more of a lighter pink than anything else. I am looking at, I think it's Wonder Skin as well. I'm looking at theirs to see if there's a color I really like. I got a couple in my cart, so we'll see about those as well. But the Stila ones are on my list to give a try. All right, and then Tarte Face Tape Full Coverage Foundation, March 21st. I don't like Tarte foundations. Tarte foundations are just not great in my opinion. I don't think they look well. I don't think the range is good enough, and they kind of look a little orangey. Skip out. It's not worth the half off. It's orange. Okay, this is something I would recommend at half price, and that is the Charlotte Tilbury Travel Size Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Honestly, I think the travel size will last you a little bit, but I can't believe they're only doing the travel size. Like, they couldn't even put the full size up there to like for half off. Fine, whatever. That's on March 22nd. If you need a travel size setting spray, I guess this one's cool. I like it, but I don't like that they put only the travel size. You can only get the travel size half off. You can't get like the full size half. Whatever. It's a good setting spray, but really? Really? All right, this is another product I like. I've used a lot in the past. Full disclosure, there is another moisturizer I use a little bit more often because it is a more affordable price. And I have shown it in my skincare video if you want to go check that out. And this is the Sunday Riley Ice Ceramide Moisturizing Cream. It's definitely a thicker moisturizing cream. Definitely something you probably want to use at night. I think it just feels so luxurious and thick and a little bit cooling, which is really nice at the end of the day when you like take off all your makeup and you've cleaned your face and blah, blah, blah. And then you just put on this nice thick like cooling moisturizer and you just feel ready for bed. It's a very comforting feel, very luxurious feel. I like it, so this is gonna be half off if you wanna give it a go. March 27th, this is an online only offer. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Longwear Foundation. I feel like it's thick and kind of peanut buttery. And I mean, if it's your favorite, it's half off, but I personally don't like super thick peanut butter feeling foundations. I don't mind a thicker foundation, but this one's like thick. Nah, I'm good. This one I think is kind of a cool concept, and this one's from March 27th. This is the last on my list. And this is the Supergoop Resetting 100% Mineral Powder Sunscreen. I think it's a cool product. I like the product. Now, do you use enough to set your face to get the full effective SPF? Probably not. But it does give you some SPF. And some SPF is better than no SPF. So if you're wearing makeup, you need to reset that setting spray, not setting spray, what am I talking about? The SPF. It's not gonna give you the full effect of SPF, but it'll definitely give you just a little bit more. I always recommend wearing a sunscreen under your makeup and then trying something like this throughout the day. But I wouldn't say it's something that's gonna keep you protected throughout a long exposure to sun, but possibly sun exposure for a little longer until you can get back inside. This I think is better than nothing. And I know it's not really reasonable to ask someone to try, not reasonable, but like, I mean, you can't really put your SPF over your makeup once like your makeup's put on, but it should help like minimize the effect. If you need something like that, it's half off. They come in different colors. Give it a go. And that is the mentionable products I saw. Whether they're good, bad, ugly, mid, those are the ones that kind of caught my eye. Now, a ton of them did not super catch my eye, which was kind of sad, but it is what it is kind of deal. The Ulta sale was just not my jam this year. Like, I didn't see a ton of stuff that I was like super excited about. I mean, I saw some, I was kind of like, really? But it's just, I don't think it's super noteworthy this year. Sephora's probably gonna copy it in some way where you can buy certain products that they have also at Sephora for a discounted price. Like, I guess it now depends on where you want to put your points. Do you want to put your points towards Sephora, or if you want to put your points towards Ulta? Or do they sell them at Ulta and only at Sephora? Like, it really just depends on kind of what you're looking for at the end of the day. Like I said, I'm kind of disappointed by this Ulta sale. Like nothing really popped out at me that was like, ooh, like I've been waiting to get this product. Like they kind of do just like generic popular products or maybe stuff they can't sell. And it's kind of disappointing sometimes, but it is kind of what it is at this point. So it's really up to you what is worth your time and money comparatively to, you know, other stuff. The Sephora sale usually follows in suit after, so you'll probably start seeing it around April. You'll start seeing things maybe end of March. You'll start seeing things for the Sephora sale, which I will get into a list of stuff like that later on. But it's kind of up to you what you're kind of itching for. But that is my thoughts. That is my opinions. That is my list of items I wanted to talk about. If you've enjoyed this, please join us on Instagram at CAPT_IVATING_makeup. That's captivating makeup with 2 underscores. All right. Thank y'all for watching. I really appreciate. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, whatever you feel is necessary. Please tell me what you're interested in or what you're not interested in. Or is the Ulta sale even worth it at this point? I would love to hear your opinions. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.